It's not often I do intros like this, but I do feel it's time I just said a big thank you to everybody that has followed this series and really enjoyed it and left likes and just watched it in general. Last week was great fun, Streak Week as we called it, where I just streamed basically 5 episodes worth of TYC. It was absolutely amazing. The 100th episode special in particular was dramatic and fun and great. I'm glad that everyone really enjoyed it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If any of you haven't watched the streams from last week, I would recommend that you go back and try and watch them, but if not, here's a little roundup of what happened after the intro. Right, so the upshot is we're still at Frankfurt. We're 12th in the league, which is not where we need to be, because apparently we should be challenging for Champions League football. Currently, we are a solid 8 points off that, but at the moment, I'm just struggling to find some form. I say that things recently haven't been so bad. We are unbeaten in 7 games, which is not bad for us. In the Europa League 2, we're absolutely smashing it. We've won all our group games, qualified first with a goal difference of 23. We scored 24 and conceded 1, so we're doing very well in that. But in the league, it's a little bit of a different story. We've got a lot of draws, a couple of defeats thrown in there, but we have managed to finally notch up a couple of back-to-back wins against Cologne and Hamburg, and we're going to have one game today against Stuttgart, where hopefully we'll be able to get a win there as well. If you haven't seen the streams, the team is basically completely changed. We bought in £92 million worth of money for players that I've sold, and I spent £65 million on replacements. So we might as well go through them all right now. Not all of them, we'll go through the majority of ones that we know about. So Dominguez is gone, Casau is gone, Berek Santea is gone, but we wouldn't know about him because he was on loan. Shotard is gone, Aaron Ramsey is gone, Frank Flock is gone, Palato has gone, Roger has gone, Ian Meek has gone. To check if there's anyone else that we might know. No. Okay, so those are pretty much all the players that we do know have gone. So, who have we bought in? A lot. We'll work through a couple of the loanees. Sergio Yao is a player that, if you might remember from Derby, I brought him in before I got myself sacked. He has come in on loan, has played very well, looks a very good player on loan from Arsenal. Another player on loan from Arsenal is Abdoulaye Ndiaye. He's played very well out on the wing as a right mid. He's very quick, very good in pretty much all the aspects that he needs to be, and he's suddenly hit a very good bit of form. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in his last couple of games. Jerome Dorse is a great player that I bought in from Paris Saint-Germain on loan. A very qualified and very clinical striker, which is also something that we've needed. Another player that a lot of you will recognise from Derby is Jan Kovacic, who I bought in from Manchester United. Again, on loan. Playing very well at the moment. He has formed a nice partnership at the back with Navarro. So those two playing quite well together. I'm hoping that I might actually be able to get him properly. And the last of the loan deals is Andrzej Bezdika, who's got a fantastic name, because he's been dicking on everyone. Hey! And 2, he's just a wonderful footballer. We've got a brand new right back in Hector Pavez, who I got for a snip at £2.5 million. You can tell he is particularly good. Very happy that we managed to get him in. Another player, Alan Almada, not the best in the world, but he's doing okay at the moment. He's our backup left back for Rossi when Rossi isn't fit. Got him in at a snip as well, only £3.1 million. I'm pretty pleased with him. Jorge Alvarez, who's very much a player for the future, has literally just scored a hat-trick in our game in the Europa League 2. 16 dribbling, 16 finishing, stand out. Very decent mentals as well, good work rate. Physicals could probably use a little bit of work, but he's only 19 and he will get better. Sebastian Solis is pretty much the same actually as Alvarez. He's got some very nice attributes to stand up here. The best thing about him is that I only bought him in for £3.6 million. But he looks very good. You can tell a lot of these players are South American, so you can tell where I went for cheap players, can't you? Another cheap South American was Enzo Orguera, who I've not really actually seen on camera yet, so I'm going to probably give him a game, maybe today. Looks very decent, good physicals, good mentals. Technicals are absolutely abysmal though, so need work. Getting into the £5 million bracket now, Pablo Ferranti came in. He can play as an inverted winger on that right hand side. He's very good, but he's kind of playing second fiddle to Ndiaye at the moment. Again, only £5 million, not bad. Probably the player I've been most impressed with is this guy, Detlev Batke. Very solid left winger who we bought in for a pretty modest, what was this, 5.25 million. So well, you can tell, 2 goals, 5 assists. He's played very well. I've been very impressed with him. He's got a decent first touch, very quick. Got some decent mentals. The aggression of 18 is pretty decent as well. I like to have a winger that likes a crunching tackle, so he's been very good. And then we get into the big 2, Larry Ibe. has come in. Wonder Kid, absolutely brilliant for me in the centre of the party. He's playing at 4.5 stars at the moment. Technically amazing. Mentally going down in determination, which I will address soon. And physically very good as well. 20 years old, German. Paid £12.5 million for him. Not bad. Not bad. And probably at the moment, unfortunately, the biggest disappointment, but also the biggest transfer fee, is Alexander Omelchenko. Paid £26.5 million for this goalkeeper. He's pretty decent, but he's not played like it. There's a few things that need a little bit of work, but he is getting better. That's the most important thing. And one more player I do need to introduce you to is Sam. I bought him in last year, but he couldn't play because he couldn't play for two first-team clubs in the same season. But Sam has been nothing short of sensational. People were questioning about me buying him, mainly because he's only got 11 finishing. 17 goals and 24 appearances with 2 assists kind of tells you all you need to know about my main man up front. He is exceptionally good. I'm hoping he'll carry that on today as we take on Stuttgart, who've got a very good record against us, but we've kind of just around about hit a decent bit of form, so I'm hoping that we can carry that on. A couple more things we do need to know, actually, unfortunately, is that Diakabi is going to be leaving us, but that's no real problem. I've sold him for £1.5 million, which is over his valuation. He's joining Bournemouth at the start of January, and I'm also getting rid of Edmund Tapsoba. While I can still get some money for him, I've sold him for £7 million to Norwich. Again, he's joining in January, 31 years old. It's time for a bit of a passing of the torch. And to be fair, in Kovacic and Navarra, I'm feeling very settled at the back right now, so not really too much to worry about. Solis has also played really well when he's come in, so not too worried about that. But with that in mind, then the lineup today is as follows. You've got Omelchenko in goal, Rossi, Kovacic, Navarra and Pavez as your back four. You've got Alvaro, Sergio Yao and Ibe, who've made a very good partnership in the midfield. Backers on the left, Ndai is on the right, and Sam is up front. We've got a relentlessly quick front three, and when we counter, we're pretty deadly. That's how we've been playing recently, and hopefully we can do the same thing today. A lot of new gens in the Stuttgart team that we're not really 100% sure on. Their striker looks pretty good though. Joan El Chacho looks quite good. They've got Sarpong, who I think is a pretty decent player. Yeah, they've got some good players. They've got a very good academy at Stuttgart, so this could be quite difficult. I think it's a bit harsh to the board to say that we should be expected to get Champions League football. There is no way, with the budget that I had of only £40 million, we should be looking at Champions League football. They took the majority of the money that I bought in as well. I was only getting 40% of the revenue that came in from transfers. So I think my kind of budget dealings in the window have actually been quite good. And we've assembled a squad that should easily be able to kind of play in Europe or qualify for Europe. It's just obviously taking a bit of time for everybody to gel together. We got our first highlight of the brand new look team here in a kind of recorded episode. Obviously we've seen us on stream, but a recorded episode is always a bit more fun because I can throw in all the jokes. I've not really been in much of a laughing mood, as you can tell recently if you've been watching any of my Leeds episodes. I've been a little bit sore recently about the way that my FM experience is going. So hopefully Frankfurt can cheer me up today. That's a good ball into Ndai's Ibe. I mean, we're playing the ball around brilliantly here. Backgear on the ball, hits it. Straight at Kobel. Probably could have squared it to Sam if I was being a little bit critical. And now Stuttgart on it. Navarra just hits over the top and Sam's chasing it down. But they've managed to do well as Stuttgart, moving the ball around. It's obviously the highlights are going a bit quicker than I'm normally used to here. Geiger, ball over the top into Frock. Frock goes through and he's... I mean, Omelchenko, they were so confident. He was already looking out the pitch to where he's going to boot the goal kick. I mean, that's confidence. Been a pretty open first 25 minutes, but I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. I'd rather we were a little bit tighter at the back and obviously forcing a bit more up front, but beggars can't be choosers. Pavez uses that blistering pace to carry the ball quite far up. You can tell that they're in a very good formation here at Stuttgart. They've got a lot of men behind the ball. It's going to take a little something special for us to break them down as Yao finds Bettger. That's brilliant. Sam, he scored, but he's offside. It's unlucky, but Bettger and Sam get on very, very well. They do tend to link up very nicely up front, as does Ndai and Sam. So we've got a lot of decent link-up play up there. That's close. And some would say a little bit harsh. This game's ebbing and flowing quite a lot. 1 minute we're on top, next minute Stuttgart are on top. We've not really imposed ourselves enough on the game, I think, as much as I would like to, but I can't hand on heart say it's been a bad performance. I think we've been okay, but we just need a little bit more going forward. Maybe Sam's not having his best game, and I'm wondering if that's because we've not really got the ball into him enough. I'm going to say this, I'm far from pleased, because I was expecting a bit more. Like I passionately say to Sam, you have the ability to make a difference. He's not even listened to me, which he did. Apparently he listened keenly. This game's been end-to-end stuff right now, but there is a highlight, and unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be to Stuttgart, which is not really what we're after, as Fock whips the ball in. And Joan El-Chachi... It's his third goal of the season, viewers. His third goal of the season. Third third goal of the season. Oh, prolific. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, good. Kamir Kamayo's coming on. Sam Kelvin Alvaro's coming off as well. We might as well go for it. I'm going to bring on George Alvarez because he played very well in his last game and got a hat-trick. So maybe he can do something. I don't know. I despair at the moment with FM. I don't know. I'm not having the best time on FM at the moment. It just feels like I can't put anything together, and I'm beginning to think I'm just not very good at this game, which is a horrible thing to like kind of just admit on camera. I've got a really bad feeling that I'm actually going to get sacked. I've got a really bad feeling I'm going to get sacked from this. I don't know if it's because we just don't score enough. We've only got 13 goals this season. It's the second lowest in the league. But when we go and play away in the Europa League 2, we absolutely batter teams. Like, we're just free-flowing. I just don't quite get my head around it. Yao plays Ibe into Kamir Kameo. We've got 2 offside goals. Is he offside? Yeah, he's miles offside. I'll let that one stand. The Sam one earlier I'm a little bit upset about, but that one I can hand on heart to say, yeah, that's miles off. This is undoubtedly a low point so far in the 30-year career, because I just feel like I have no answers to what's going on. The teams come in, they've started to gel, we've started playing better, but ultimately we're not getting any of the results, and it's a results business, and we're really struggling. Really struggling. They've hit the bar again, and Stuttgart aren't even that good. I'd say attribute-wise, my players are better, so maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. I'm having a real lack of confidence on FM at the moment. I just seem to have no answers to any of the questions that are being thrown my way, and I'm beginning to really doubt myself. It's an incredibly even game again. We just didn't finish, and yeah, I'm not happy, and I think I might be in a bit of trouble. I think it can't be long before the board start asking questions. I've got a real issue here. I think I am going to be in a bit of trouble in terms of the board, and I don't want to say it and whisper it quietly, but I could get sacked again. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what I'm meant to do. If I win, I suddenly go into the top 10, but me winning at the moment seems very unlikely. We're not bad at the back. We just tend to concede 1 goal, and unfortunately, because we don't score a lot, 1 goal tends to be enough to win the game. But then you look at us in the Europa League 2, we scored 24 goals in 6 games, and in the Bundesliga I've got 13 and 15. I just don't get it. I just really don't get it, and I'm not sure what's going on. And things aren't going to get any easier. So I've got Werder Bremen, then Augsburg, 2 games I could probably win, but then we've got Bayern Munich and then Leipzig again. So it's just like, mate, help me. We'll come back after the winter break, then maybe for Augsburg and Bayern Munich. I've got a bad feeling if I lose to Werder Bremen in the next game, I could well be in trouble of getting sacked, because they're 18th, which is bottom of the table in Germany. And yeah, I got problems, a lot of problems. Thanks so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you've got any ideas what I'm doing wrong in FM, someone please tell me. I've got to come up with some sort of system or something different that's going to break this game, because at the moment I am really struggling in every save. I'm really struggling, and I don't know what I need to do, but we'll have to figure something out, because if not, I'm in serious trouble losing my job again, which would kind of undo all the good progress that I've done in the save so far, which is just a bit gutting. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, if you have enjoyed it, please do like, share and subscribe. Make sure you come back for the next episode of TYC, where you could see me looking for another job again. Hooray! Thank you very much, everyone. Take care of yourselves until I see you in the next episode of TYC. Remember, stay cool. Unlike me today, where I've been really angry at everything.